Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper and welcome back to another video. I've got something really interesting to discuss with you guys today. It's about that time of the year where I like to make a wish list for the next up-and-coming Call of Duty Zombies game. And this year, I wanted to discuss the Black Ops 4 Zombies wish list. So, what this is going to entail is anything that I want to see in the game, or people like in the community, some of my friends, and you guys want to see come up in the game when it does come out in November. Now, if you guys do end up enjoying the video, or you're excited for Black Ops 4, make sure you leave a like on this video, get some hype going. We'll go for 750 likes. I'd appreciate it very much. And if you guys are brand new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe. I will keep you guys updated with everything Black Ops 4. We'll have a lot more discussions like this, and we're pretty much going to keep updated as things go along here. But anyways, all that stuff said and out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this wish list. And we have a lot to go over today because there are so many things that people would like to see either return in Black Ops 4 Zombies from previous Zombies games, or want to see new features, which is absolutely what we want as well. Now, I think one of the biggest things right off the bat that people want to see come back in Black Ops 4 Zombies is new perks. Now, we honestly didn't have a lot of new perks in BO4. We only really had one, and that was Widow's Wine. And the reason for that is because there were so many gumballs in Black Ops 3. We had all these different gobblegums coming out with each DLC, and there was just a lot in the game. They ended up taking a lot of the abilities that could have been for brand new perks, and that sort of took away the opportunity there. But regardless of all that, pretty much the entire community still wants to see brand new perks in future Zombies maps. Back in the day, that was a lot of the hype when a new map was going to come out, because they would show off the brand new perk in the trailer or something like that, or we'd know what it is before it comes out, and we'd always want to get our hands on and use it to see what it does, and we haven't really had that in a long time. IW introduced Slappy Taffy, but that's not like a perk that's, you know, super hyped up or people enjoy that much. It is a cool thing, but it's not like a PhD flopper, or it's not like something game-changing. I was actually discussing this very subject with my buddy Codename Pizza, and he brought up that he wants to see a perk that the icon is all white with sort of like a gold outline, and having a perk like that would be absolutely amazing in terms of the different colorations of the regular perks that we have in Zombies. It would kind of put it all together and complete it, if you will. Now, I thought of like an idea for a perk that could match that icon, and I call it Angel's Touch. I want to bounce this idea off you guys. Let me know what you think about it. So, imagine this perk is just like Who's Who, but it actually works and it's way better. So, if you guys have never used Who's Who in Black Ops 2 Zombies, it was only in one map, and that was Die Rise. Basically what happens is when you go down, your character, you kind of come out of your body, and you spawn back in like you're on round one with just a pistol and nothing else. And your job is to go and revive yourself, and then get all of your guns back, and obviously you spawn back in with the rest of your perks and stuff. What this does, the only good thing about it is that you don't have to burn a quick revive, but the perk in practice is really broken. But I was thinking that maybe Angel's Touch could pretty much do what Who's Who did, but even better. So maybe if you die, you can come back and be invincible until you res yourself, almost like Afterlife from Mob of the Dead. Or maybe you could revive teammates while you're in that if one happens to go down as well, or something like that. Maybe you come back with the exact setup that you had minus your Angel's Touch in that Who's Who form, if you will. I don't know, we could play around with the idea, but I just think it would be kind of cool to see come back, and it would make sense as well. But I'm going to give you guys a little challenge. If you want to design a perk icon for Angel's Touch, please make one and send it to me on Twitter, guys. My link will be down below in the description. I would love to see what you make. Make sure you tweet it at me, guys. Who knows? I might make a whole video about just that. I'm not really sure, but I think it's safe to say that most people, if not everybody, would not mind seeing some brand new perks in Black Ops 4 Zombies. Now, moving on, another thing that's on my wish list that is really important to me personally is more incentive to prestige, because right now in Black Ops 3, there is a little bit of it, and in the rest of the games that we have, IW and World War II, but there isn't that much prestige to grind and rank up. Something that I really like about Black Ops 3, and I hope comes back, is the fact that you can change your rank icon once you get to Prestige Master and level 1000. You can almost make it whatever you want, and you can change it whenever you want to as well. It's a really good way to be either in the lobby or in the game and show other players how much you've played Zombies, how much work and time that you've put into this thing, but even then, I feel like that's not enough reason to grind. In Black Ops 4, I would like to see a lot more rewards for prestiging and just playing the game a lot. So maybe like a certain prestige camo that you get for Master, or like if we have different player skins we can have, maybe like a Primus Richtofen, or you know, just different things like that. There's a lot of ideas we could have for different cosmetic items for ranking up. It doesn't necessarily have to be game changing, but there needs to be a lot more that you can go after and chase. Or maybe something like every time you prestige, your maybe Liquid Divinium earn rate goes up by 0.1. That would be kind of cool. Like you start to earn liquid divinity or whatever system they decide to do in the game a little bit faster, I think that'd be really sweet and would definitely give a lot of incentive to rank up as well. So another thing on my wish list, which I'm sure is going to be contradictory to a lot of yours, is I want to see new characters. Of course, I still want to keep it in the same universe as our original 4. I want to see Premise and all that, and I want to finish their journey and see where this whole Monty and the cycle is going, and I want to know what happens with that. But I also want to focus on brand new characters that we actually like. That's what Zelensky tried to do with Transit when he introduced those 4. The problem was the community didn't really receive those characters as well as maybe he thought they would, and that's why in Origins I feel like Blundell wanted to bring them back in some way. But of course I want to see the original 4 definitely in the storyline, but I don't want another Black Ops 3 where we go to every single map playing as them and only them, you know what I mean? What could be interesting is having like a mixtures of the crew, so like maybe Richtofen, Stuhlinger, Nero, and then like Weasel, something crazy like that would be kind of cool. They don't have to go that wild, but you know, maybe mixing our original crews that we do have and that we're all familiar with, so we don't have to bring in brand new characters for us to even really care about, which is going to be hit or miss for most people. I think that's kind of a little cool idea there. Now another thing that's on my wish list that I would like to see return, it isn't necessarily new, but it is from Black Ops 3. I would like to see the Gumball System return, or something of that that's very similar. Now, regardless of how you feel about the microtransactions and things like that, we'll talk about that on a separate issue, but I think that when we saw the Gumballs in Shadows of Evil for the first time, and we knew that this was going to be a little bit of a system, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit worried, and I was concerned for the direction of zombies and how it's going to play and going to affect it, but I was nervous, but it ended up being alright, and I actually really thoroughly enjoy the Gumball System. What I really like about these is that there's so many different Gobblegums in the game, and each one does something different, thus that adds different replayability to every single match you play. Whether you choose to play with the Gobblegums or not, every match is going to feel different if you use a different setup, and it adds a lot of fun to it. Now, I honestly feel like the reason Black Ops 3 has been able to stand on its feet for so long and be so replayable for as old as it is because a big responsibility is from the Gumballs. Whether they change the game completely or they're just for fun, each one adds replay value, and I'm a really big fan of that especially. Now, at the end of the day, about the microtransactions, because we're going to speak about this as well, the micro DLC is not really Treyarch's choice. I don't know whether they would decide to put that in or not. I couldn't tell you, to be honest, but at the end of the day, it's Activision say if they want to add micro DLC, and we're pretty much past the point where it's not going to happen now, so expect it to happen in BO4, but if they're going to do it, then why not just have them and let them do it with Gumballs, because we're already used to this, we like it, and they know we enjoy it as well, so why not? I think a little bit of people's frustration with micro DLC is the fact that a lot of it was pay to win stuff in multiplayer, but in zombies, micro DLC works way different. Like, you're either buying stuff for you just personally to use that can help you in your game, or if you're playing co-op, other Gumballs that people spend real money on are just going to end up helping you. They won't hurt you or deter your game experience in any way, so I don't see the big harm in it at all. So since they're going to do microtransactions, that's a fact, I would just prefer to see it as Gumball, since we already know how it works, and we pretty much for the most part enjoy it, I would say. I know that's kind of an iffy subject for some people, so let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. But moving on to the next one, another thing on my wish list is a big thing, and I'm sure this is on everybody's more so than the Gumballs, and this is Zombies Chronicles 2. Since this is in fact a wishlist, I can pretty much throw out anything I want, and I would love to see a Zombies Chronicles 2 or another remastered DLC 5-pack come to Black Ops 4 with all of the remaster maps that we didn't get in the first one, so such as Call of the Dead, Nuketown, Mob, Transit, Diaries, everything that's going in Black Ops 2, whatever we didn't get back and then put into BO4, I think would be absolutely amazing. And then when you think about it, we would have every single Zombies map to date that has ever been made on next-gen consoles, which would be awesome, because to play those maps, you either have to go on PC or you need to fire up the old Xbox 360 or PS3 or whatever you have to go and play those, which can be a little bit of an inconvenience and a hassle for people who don't own those consoles or those games anymore, and this would make it a lot more uniform. And so for the last thing I got on my wish list today, guys, is I want the slide to return. I honestly wouldn't be bothered if Black Ops 4 just came out and said, hey, we're going to have the exact same movement system and mechanics that we had in BO3. I would not be mad at all, because I feel like it's super smooth and fine-tuned. And what I enjoy so much about the slide, and pretty much advanced movement in general, I'm not really talking multiplayer, I'm talking zombies here, but being able to slide and use different sorts of movement features is good players can utilize this to the best of their ability to outplay like other players. It basically separates the men from the boys, if you get what I mean. So really, I would say, hey, Treyarch, go for it. If you like the slide, or even if you want to add new stuff to the movement system, I wouldn't be bothered at all as long as it's fine-tuned and makes sense and it works. I would love more ways to maneuver and utilize those to the best of my ability to become the best skilled player that I could possibly be. And actually, while I'm at it, guys, there's one more thing on my list. I want the alternate ammo types to return, or at least maybe change the way that they work or make new ones. Like, I love Deadwire, I love Blast Furnace. The reason why I enjoy these is because, yeah, arguably you could say that it kind of devalues wonder weapons, and you can make any gun into a wonder weapon, but I like the fact that you can actually play high rounds now with your weapon, and you don't have to just use it as point farming and then run traps to, you know, if you want to play up in the rounds. I think Black Ops 3 Zombies is personally the most entertaining to watch in terms of high rounds, because I think almost everybody would much rather watch somebody use their gun and kill zombies, even if they're using an alternate ammo type, than just use a standard bullet weapon to point farm and then run traps over and over again. And I think it gets a little repetitive, and people enjoy BO3 for that fact. And honestly, guys, I could literally sit here all day talking about a wish list and things that I want to happen in BO4 Zombies, but this video would honestly just never end, and I kind of gotta compile it into things that I want most and things that are easiest to convey to you guys. But what I want you to do is let me know in the comment section right now what your wish list would be, because, guys, Treyarch does listen, they watch videos, and maybe it's not necessarily early enough in the game's life cycle to change, you know, something really big, but if you want something minor or things that you would like to see in the future added maybe in DLC, now is the time to speak up. So I encourage you guys to let me know in the comments what you would like to see happen in BO4. But anyways, guys, I think we can go ahead and wrap things up here. That is going to be the video for today. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, guys. I'd appreciate it a ton. Subscribe if you are new to my channel, and make sure you also follow me on Twitter, guys. The link will be in the description. I wanted to push that earlier, but if you guys don't follow my Twitter page, it's linked down below. I'd appreciate it a ton. It's a really good way for you guys to interact with me outside of these videos, outside of streams, and it's just a great way for all of us to interact in general. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Once again, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next video or the next live stream. Peace out.